With this, we get back to the big guys finally, right?
The hog molly is my favorite, man.
Yeah, that is your best friends, right?
I mean, man, that's the dudes, man.
We got Bryce Hargrove, coming out of Pitt. There's a lot of Pitt play, a lot of good players on Pitt this year, man.
Yeah.
That defensive backfield is pretty good, and here's strong line, always a strong line, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a calling card that comes out of there. And there's a lot, man. You know what? You get surprised. You start looking through NFL rosters to see how many people came out of Pitt.
Yeah.
It starts blowing your mind here. And so over at Pitt last year, big, 6'4". I'm not sure what he measured in at coming out. How'd you feel about your measurables yesterday?
I felt good. I felt like I was met the, check the boxes, so I'm good.
That's how that's the point of that, is to get there and then match with the tape, everything that came in there. But you were over at guard last year, right?
Yep.
And how much over your career over there, how much have you been swung around that line before they figured out where to kind of keep you at?
Well, I actually started playing offensive line when I got to Pitt, so I was probably learning all 5 positions at the same time, so it's difficult at first. I started at guard, and they moved me to tackle, played some center at practice, and then found a home at guard, that's where I felt most comfortable.
That's it. Well, and now your measurables come in, and I mean, they spell guard at the next level, and they're actually kind of primed for it too.
Yeah. I just want to know, have you seen this picture lately? That is outstanding. This clean cut.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
How long ago was that? Pre-COVID?
Yeah, that's pre-COVID.
They cracked the whip in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right? Tie and looking sharp. That's impressive right there.
They got me right.
That's awesome. They did a nice job with that, man. Yeah, I think one of the things for me with you is I think tomorrow's gonna be big for you, right? Be able to move in space and kind of show these guys. Everybody knows you kind of as a smash mouth player and the guy that once you lock on, I think drop leverage and can move some guys right from point A to point B.
Yeah, exactly.
But tomorrow's gonna be big, right?
Yeah.
And the flexibility, the hip movement, be able to kick slide and stuff like that. You feel comfortable being able to do it from both sides?
Oh yeah, I feel completely comfortable. I mean, like I said, ever since I learned it, they've been bouncing me around, so I'll be fine no matter where.
Do you think that basketball background, that you have a basketball background, you think that plays a big factor into the athleticism that you show at offensive line?
Yeah, for sure. Like once I kind of started to understand the offensive line position, I'm like, this is just like playing defense, in basketball, moving your feet. So definitely translates.
What would you say if somebody was yourself scouting yourself, right? You're watching and you have to sell yourself to me as an NFL scout. What would you say your greatest strength is?
Being such a big guy with great quick feet, I feel like that's one of my big advantages. Like you said, just being a mauler, being nasty, and like when I get my hands on somebody, I'm trying to finish them.
What about your weakness? What is something that for you to play on Sundays this year, what do you have to improve to be the best player you can be?
Probably just playing faster. I know I can do it. It's just I need to translate it to the field more. Like
what do you mean by that? Like explain.
It's like top speed on the field. Pulling around, just showing what I can actually do. I'm still learning the position. Just perfecting my craft and showing what I can do.
Would you say that's a little more of the mental processing than the physical, or do you think it's a little bit of both?
I'll probably say it's more mental. Just laying it all out there. I play my hardest, it's just like that, that thing, like you shouldn't, I need to stop thinking about it so much.
Get more subconscious when you're playing it, right? Or not unconscious, but subconscious.
Overthinking sometimes. I mean, we've had a lot of guys, sometimes you get your paralysis by analysis, right? It just doesn't come natural to you yet.
Yeah.
And the one thing I will say, Duke Manyweather is a friend of mine, big old line guru, kind of does a lot of stuff on Twitter. And that's what he talks about, especially offensive line play and for someone like you, especially who didn't play it till you really get to college, is the really good offensive linemen don't start to hit their stride until about 27, 28, till they've played it, for quite a while.
Yeah, because it's still fresh on me,
because you're still learning, you're still growing, you still haven't got your man strength yet, you still got some other, physicality stuff that you're growing into. So I think that's going to be what will be unique for you with these NFL teams, and as you continue to talk to them, is that you do have an athletic background as far as the basketball side of it, but that you are still learning, and that you're going to be honest with them and talk to them and say, hey, you know what? I'm still a puppy in this, man. I'm still growing and trying to learn. And that's a good assistant O-line coach. Those are the kind of guys you love, right? Because you don't know what you don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So he goes in and teaches you, hey, try this pull, try this, get this in this stance. I want you to take a little bit, I want you to rock back in here a little bit different. that could be big for you. So I think
Exactly.
that's cool. Be open-minded with that, and that'll be fun. So
Well, they know how much they love the basketball players, right, in the NFL anymore. So, I mean, that's athleticism is what it speaks to. You're not so stiff. And I don't know, maybe even those movements could help open you up a little bit. But I think maybe growing up with all your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, exactly. Because, right, they got to fight to get to the kitchen table and get something to eat, right? I mean, you got to be able to move.
Yeah, I always won. You can tell. Like, first one there.
You got 8 brothers and sisters. Right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so man, they're all skinny. Yeah, we go to their house. They're like on the back of a milk carton, like they haven't eaten.
I got a feeling he's got some good sides.
They got the leftovers. Like, I got
the scraps. They're like little greyhounds on the ground. That's awesome, man.
If I know you take pride in what you do and burying a guy, and people want to hear that, man. You know what? You would think that would just be something that would come out of every offensive lineman's mouth, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, there's some finesse offensive linemen, and I'm not saying there's not a place for that in the NFL, and there are some. But whenever every team really wants to get a mauler guard, right? And somebody that can still get to the second level. That's the key. A lot of the maulers are just that running that power, and they just get the guy in front of them. But now they want to open it up for these guys in crossing routes and also in the run game. And now they're kicking out these boots and getting these little scat backs, and they need a guy out here clearing the lane. And I think that's good. So, but if you're lined up, let's say you got a guy like James Harrison coming across from you, can you stop him?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they were alma mater type of people, right? They go back to, that's
James Harrison's a bad dude, man.
Yeah, scary.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
same high school too. I went to the same high school.
That's crazy, man. That's great. Good
that's right. You guys had to overlap time in the league a little bit.
No, I missed him, but I scouted him, and he was phenomenal. He played for every AFC North team, and he had a heck of a career, man. And he won't get a Hall of Fame vote, but he should. He's a heck of a stud.
Yeah.
Great undrafted free agent, played in NFL Europe. Great player.
Yeah. Have you talked to him some?
No, I met him once. I was
Were you scared?
Nah, scared? No. He's a big dude. He's a big dude though,
yes,
and I'm bigger than him still.
I know, but still kind of intimidating. I mean, he's gonna attack you if you don't play FanDuel.
Yeah, I mean,
and we're the DraftKings, right?
Yeah, he's definitely a big intimidating dude. Like, he definitely is. And I was still a young buck when I first saw him.
Right.
It'd be a different story now.
Yeah, right. Now you get him in the headlock. Let's go.
Shout out to James Harrison though. No disrespect.
Yes, sir, Mr. Harrison. I think you're very nice.
When I said I guess bigger than you, I just meant measurable.
I don't want to fight you, but if I had to,
do you think tomorrow you got to get out in the field and Bridge was saying you showcase some things? What are a couple of things you're going to really try to showcase to some of these scouts individually, not just overall, but what are a couple of things you're really going to shine?
Just my athleticism. Like I feel like they'll see in person like I'm way more athletic than they think. You know, I have better feet than like people think. Like I'll show them. They'll see like just the way I move. Like it's real smooth. You know, like I'm not like you said. I'm not one of them big stiff dudes. I can really move.
Good. It pays off, man.
Yeah,
I tell you what, when you hear that all the time in every scouting that's been going on lately is they want somebody that's fluid. And, the athleticism, it doesn't always equate, but it does help with injury too. When you're more mobile, you're not so stiff, and you get a guy that puts his head down and grabs you and your knees locked, he can kind of get out of that where other guys are going to hit the ground. So, I mean, that pays off. But we're going to be out there tomorrow. We're going to be filming live. We're going to get film of you and talking about you and making you, all worried about it, what we're saying up there. But I think you're going to do well and shine because of the way the drills are going to be here. And I think a person like him is going to step out from the other group. So I think it'll be a great week. I think it was a very smart decision for you to come down here.
Thank you.
I know you could have done it, but it'll be great. We appreciate you being on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yeah,
we'll see you in the draft.
Yeah. Thank you.
And if nothing else, you can be the lead singer for Counting Crows. You look just like that dude.
Bridge wants you back in this picture so bad. You tell him be you. You know what I'm saying?